Вітаю! З вами вчитель з англійської мови Одеської загальноосвітньої школи номер 130 Зінченко Вікторія Валентинівна. Сьогодні у нас з вами урок англійської мови за темою Art in our life.
Let's know more about painting styles. Folk art covers all forms of visual art made in the context of folk culture. Definitions vary, but generally the objects have practical utility of some kind, rather than being exclusively decorative. Primitivism is a mode of aesthetic idealization and either emulates or aspires to recreate primitive experience. The term primitivism is often applied to other professional painters working in the style of native or folk arts. Gwyn's inclusion of Tahitian motifs in painting and ceramics. An icon or icon is a religion's work of art, most commonly a painting in the cultures of the Eastern Orthodox, Oriental Orthodox, the Roman Catholic, and certain Eastern Catholic churches. They are not simply artworks. An icon is a sacred image used in religious devotion. The most common subjects include Christ, Mary, saints, and angels. Abstract arts uses visual language of shape, form, color, and line to create a composition which may exist with a degree of independence from visual reference in the world. Western art had been from the Renaissance up to the middle of the 19th century, underpinned by the logic of perspective and an attempt to reproduce an illusion of visible reality. The avant-garde, from French, are people or works that are experimental, radical, or unorthodox with respect to art, culture, or society. It is frequently characterized by aesthetic innovation and initial unacceptability. Classicism in the arts refers generally to a high regard for a classical period. In its purest form, classicism is an aesthetic attitude dependent on principles based in the culture, art and literature of ancient Greece and Rome, with the emphasis on form, simplicity, proportion, clarity of structure, perfection, restrained emotion, as well as explicit to appeal the intellect. Futurism was an artistic and social movement that originated in Italy in the early 20th century. It emphasized speed, technology, youth, violence, and objects such as the car, the airplane, and the industrial city. Impressionism is a 19th century art movement characterized by relatively small, thin, yet visible brush strokes, open composition, emphasis on accurate depiction of light in its changing qualities. Ordinary subject matter inclusion of movement as a crucial element of human perception and experience. Realism, sometimes called naturalism, in the arts is generally the attempt to represent its subject matter truthfully, without artificiality and avoiding speculative fiction and supernatural elements. In the visual arts, illusionistic realism is the accurate depiction of life's form, perspective, and the details of light and color. Now let's do the task. Look at the paintings and refer each from A to I to the appropriate trend. Folk, icon, primitive, abstraction, avant-garde, classicism, futurism, impressionism, and realism. First, Sister Wandelgrave, Sir Joshua Reynolds. Second, adore walking – Ніко Піріномашвілі. Third – Небо знов – Skybell – Арістарх Лентулов. And the reply of the Zaporozhian Cossacks to Sultan of Turkey Ілля Рєпін.
The Boulevard Moltame on a Winter's Morning. Camille Pissarro. Oranta Eastern Orthodox Icon. Dansuese Gino Severini. Rising Sun Klee. Козак Мамай. Now let's check your answer. Folk I, icon F, abstraction H, primitive B, realism D, impressionism C, futurism G, classicism A, avant-garde E. Now, reading comprehension. Stop the video, read and translate the text. Then, do the task. Choose the correct answer below. First, Dali painted pictures of. Second, he started drawing lessons when he was. Third, when he was a student, he. Fourth, he left the academy because. Dali married a. 6. Dali. 7. Salvador Dali. The next task. Complete the sentences about Salvador Dali with the box. Get, build, show, go, become, wear, begin, grow and live. Stop the video for do this task. Check yourself. Exercise first. First C, second A, third C, fourth A, fifth B, sixth C, seventh B. Exercise 2. First showed, second began, 3 grew and wore, fourth left and went, 5 got, 6 became, 7 built. I hope it was useful for you. Thanks for your attention. Bye bye.